Hey there, this is episode 4 where we are talking about stepping out of your comfort zone. This is what life is all about. Let's make it exciting. Let's make it happy. Let's make it joyful. Let's step out. Let's do new things and let's grow. Come on, y'all. I am Dr. Zen Johnson. Welcome to Unlearning Life as We Know It. I believe that we all deserve to be happy and that we have the ability to unlearn the old ways, learn new ways, and grow to become the greatest version of ourselves. Start your journey to a happier life right now. Hi there. I hope everybody is doing exceptionally well. This is episode 4, and we are going to be talking about getting out of your comfort zone. Like, let's move, let's grow, let's do, let's learn, and let's get out of that mold that we've been in and like shake it up a little bit and get out of the comfort zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone. Let's unlearn that, life has to be the same old. And, this is where I'm comfortable, so this is where I'll stay. And that can go in a lot of different ways. That can be relationships, that can be things on your to-do list or bucket list, I should say, that you've been wanting to get into and just haven't done it yet because of whatever fears that you may have in place. So let's get out of that comfort zone. Let's let go of all of that and get into a much happier, fearless space where we just allow ourselves to grow and learn. So, for me, this podcast is me stepping out of my comfort zone. Big time. Let me tell y'all, I fought this one right here. I fought it. I was like, no. I need somebody. I need somebody. I can't do this by myself. I gotta have somebody. I can't do this. I can't do this alone. No way. Like, who am I gonna talk to? I'm gonna talk to myself. And then I realized I kind of like talking to myself. I'm kind of enjoying this. So I say that to say that I was uncomfortable at first, and now I'm comfortable. So you do something enough. What used to be uncomfortable in your mind, because you never even did it, it's all made up in your mind. But it was uncomfortable in my mind, and now I am so comfortable and I'm enjoying it. So now it's become my new norm, and I'm loving it. And had I never branched out and tested myself and allowed myself to step out and be uncomfortable, no matter how it felt, I wouldn't know what this was all about, right? Like I would not know. So this is, it's exciting. It's exciting to step out of your comfort zone. It's exciting to get out of something that it's just your same old. So, we're here to live our life to the fullest. We are. And whatever you can do to really make that happen and make yourself smile and be happy and enjoy it, live your life. Do the things that you've always wanted to do and haven't done. You deserve it. You deserve it. And you don't know if you're going to get the next day, the next year, the next 10 years, next 5 years. You don't know if you're going to get the next moment. That's how fast things are happening, right? So you can't keep delaying some of the things that you want to do in this lifetime. So be careful about that. And it's all about growth too, because if you don't do something outside of your comfort zone, then you just stay where you are. Well, you already know that very well. Like, okay, you got that down pat. You do it every day. You do it every year. Same old, got it. Same friendships, same relationships, same whatever. And you want something more. You've grown, you've grown, and it's time for something more. And you have to adjust your environment to how you have grown on an emotional, soulful, spiritual level as well. It's important for everything to keep up, right? Because you can grow spiritually, you can grow soulfully and emotionally and have all these new interests and everything. But if you keep your environment, the people around you the same, you stunt your growth. You stunt your growth. You could be doing so much better and so much more, but you just want to, yeah, but they don't want to. Well, leave them. It's okay. Leave them and move on and do what really is fitting for you and who you are right now, right? So getting out of your comfort zone can mean doing something fun on the weekend, or it can mean getting out of something that's no longer serving you and you recognizing exactly what that is. And it's funny because I actually didn't even mean to hit on that part whenever I was focusing on this. That's not what I was thinking about whenever I was, brainstorming about this topic at all. But Spirit guides me. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you very much. So why get out of your comfort zone? Here are some reasons why. It's to challenge you. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to do more. Challenge yourself to do better. Challenge yourself to grow. Challenge yourself to start something new. That business, that trip you've been wanting to take, just branching out. It's a challenge. And when you challenge yourself, you grow. And that's what life is all about. Like, we're here to do, not just sit and work and pay bills and be miserable. Oh my God, that is not what this is about. We're meant to just be happy, and we deserve it. So it's okay to challenge yourself. It's okay. Would you rather challenge yourself, or would you rather have someone else challenge you? It's a little bit more comfortable for us whenever we challenge ourselves compared to the next person challenging us, right? So, it's a great way for you to just learn and grow. If you don't get out of your comfort zone, you don't learn anything new. So now what? Oh my God, that's a boring way to live. You want to learn. Like I've said before, I don't want to know it all. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow. And I don't want to learn it. I don't want to know it all. I want to just continue to learn and be and see and just be wide open to everything. And that's the benefit of taking yourself out of your comfort zone, is that you just get to learn all these new ways. Whatever your interests are, whatever it is that you wanted to go see or do, you get to learn. You get to be in it. Like, it then becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of you at that point. So now your makeup is different. You're exploring and you're doing, and your makeup is totally different. And the beautiful part of all about that, no one can take it from you. No one can take your experiences from you. No one. Good or bad. But let's focus on the good. No one can take it from you. Now, tangible things, that new car, that house, those shoes, those kinds of things can be easily swiped right up under you, gone. But your experiences in this lifetime are yours. They're yours to keep. No one can take that away from you. And that's beautiful, to know that you're creating something for yourself in that way. To know that you have something that's truly, truly yours. And I also find that, like, breaking out of your comfort zone is exciting. It's exciting to me. And I'm all about, like, life being happy and exciting. That's something I strive for. I don't like to be bored. I know some people, it may not bother them. And I'm not saying I'm like wild and crazy. I'm just saying that I like to have fun. I like to enjoy. I do my day to day, of course, but I like to have things to look forward to. I think that whenever I have something on my calendar to look forward to, it helps me get through the day to day, because I know that I have that, like, oh man, I'm getting ready to go there. Traveling is a big one for me. I love to travel. I love to look forward to doing the next thing, or going to the next place, or being with the next person, or whatever it may be, but it makes life more exciting. And whenever life is more exciting, then it becomes a lot more enjoyable for you to just go through all the motions. And so whenever you have those points in life that can hit you and knock you down, it's a little bit easier to get back up. It's slightly easier just to get back up and just keep it going because you have that motivation, you have that with you, Another great reason to get out of your comfort zone is that it really exercises your faith. Whatever it is, whoever it is that you believe in, it exercises your faith. Because a lot of times people will not step out of their comfort zone because they're scared. They're scared of the unknown. They're fearful of what may happen. But if you never do it, then you don't know. And it could be something amazing. Either way, you're going to learn from it, right? And either way, you can say, well, I did it. I experienced it. It's not for me. Or, man, I'm going to do that again and again and again and again and again. Or, people love to say the grass is not greener on the other side. Maybe it is. But how would you know? What we do know is that your grass is not green right now, and you're not watering it, and it's not fertilized, and it's not working. We know that for a fact. So to go into the other side and see if that grass is greener, it just may be. You don't know. Unlearn. We have all these little sayings. Like, who created that? The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Yeah, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But let's not just bust out that one saying and it stops us from moving forward. There could be greatness for you. But you know what you have to do? You got to step out on faith. Because you don't know. It is the unknown. So in that case, you just have to say, well, I believe in the process. I believe in myself. And this is what it is. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. But it's a good exercise to actually take the time to look into your faith and how strong it really is. And can you remove all your fears and just say, I believe. I believe in myself. I believe that I'm taken care of. I believe that I am protected. I believe that I have the strength. I believe I am a powerful being. What do you believe? What do you believe? Because a lot of times, people can sit around and they can read all the books, read all the stories, and learn about faith, but they don't exercise it. Worry themselves to death. Literally. Worry themselves to death. They talk about faith, but how do people exercise faith? And stepping out of your comfort zone is a perfect way for you to exercise that faith and get out and do something new and challenge yourself and go a more positive route. At least you believe, you're not going to create or step into a comfort zone that you believe is worse than where you are. It's to explore something better. At least that's what you believe, usually, right? You believe this will be better for you if you do this. And I'm just saying it's healthy to go about that way and exercise your faith and know that you're going to be okay. You're either going to like it or you're going to love it, but either way, you're going to learn a lot. And you wouldn't know if you would like it or love it or what you would learn if you never do it. So that's just some of the reasons of why. Why should I step out of my comfort zone? Well, here's why. That's why. We're here to live this life. Please. So how do I go about this? How do I get out of my comfort zone? Like, it's so comfortable. I've been working this job for 20 years. What do you mean? Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, I'm miserable. Yeah, but I'm comfortable in the misery. Oh my God. A lot of people are comfortable in misery. It's sad, but it's so true. It's sad, but it's so true. And that can be in your job. That can be in relationships, big time in relationships. A lot of people won't move out of relationships that they know are not doing them well at all, that they know has hit a wall, that they've pretty much given up on themselves. And no one is willing to do additional work or anything like that. And you know this, and people still just stay. A lot of people do that. They're not exercising their faith. They don't believe in something better for themselves. A lot of times they don't love themselves enough. They're not willing to step out of their comfort zone and create a better life for themselves. And these are all opportunities. These are all opportunities. So, how to begin to live a life where you're stepping out of your comfort zone? I'll say this. Let's start with just making a list. 5 to 10 things on that list of ways that you're interested in some of these things. Like, I want to step out of my comfort zone in this way, this way, and this way. Only you need to know what these things are. But we can share, right? We have our Facebook group, Unlearning Life as We Know It podcast. We can definitely, get on there. Let's share. Let's help each other out. No problem with that. But also, this is a list that you can keep private. And it can be anything from, I don't care, traveling to, dating this different ethnicity, or, getting out of this relationship and being on my own, or changing jobs, or whatever it may be. It can be anything. It can be something big or something small. It's your list. But start off with the list. Understand what you've been wanting to explore, but you've just been keeping it deep down and not sharing it even with yourself, not being truthful with yourself. So understand just what are some of those things? And so create a list that has 5 or 10 things on that list. And then next to each of those items, think about and write down, what will it take for you to accomplish this? What will it take? Okay, so I have been working the same job for 20, 30 years, and I don't like this job. It's no longer serving me. Okay, on the list, I would like to change my career. Okay, what would it take? Well, it takes me first to update my resume. It takes me to apply for, new jobs. It takes me to, then I have to interview. Maybe I'll have to move. These are the things that it may take. Maybe I have to go back to school, or maybe it's a business that you want to create. Okay, what does it take? Well, I need to go back and get a certification in this. Okay. I need to build clientele. Okay. Make a list of just what would it take to actually get there. And then create the steps to get there. Right. So as I just mentioned in the example of a career change. Okay, so I have to update my resume and I need to apply for 5 new jobs, or I need to apply for jobs. So the steps to get there are going to be, okay, I'm going to update my resume by January 1st, and I am going to apply for at least 5 positions a week. That's what it's going to take for me to get there. Those are the steps that goes along with the list. Okay. And then based off of that, you create a timeline. As you just heard in that example, I had some dates in there. I said by January 1st, I said, 5 resumes submitted a week. Right. So I've created a timeline of when I want to get some things done. Now, in the example of, say, a trip. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Costa Rica. And I keep saying I'm going to go, y'all. And I still haven't been. It's something about it where I don't know. It just kind of throws me off. But it's one of the things that I really do want to see. But I don't know. I'm kind of hung up on it. I'm going to add that to my list. I need to figure this out as well. But, in regards to a trip, it's okay, how much is that going to be? All right. It's going to cost me $2,000. Okay. How do I go about saving that money? What is my deadline to save that money? what is my deadline to officially book the trip? Because this is what I really want to do. Book the trip. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to y'all, but I'm really talking to myself right now. Like, book the trip. I need to book it. I really want to go. But that's how you look at things, right? If you're wanting to get, out of a relationship, you say, okay, in this case, you got, what am I scared of? Okay, financially, I need to get these things together. Let me, get my money in order. Let me, keep my credit score up. Let me, make whatever changes, if it's with your kids, if it's where you're going to live, like start looking for an additional place to live, how soon am I able to move out? Based on these things, what does it look like? How long is this really going to take me? Right? And then you hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable. You have created a plan. You've created the steps to get there. You've created a timeline. So now hold yourself accountable. You know the dates that, things are supposed to be due. You know what is achievable. So hold yourself accountable. And if you need help here, then have one of your besties or someone that you can trust, someone that you really know will hold you accountable, help you. Sometimes you need that additional person to do that in that way. And that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Now, as we talk about additional person, I also want to talk about the fact that we don't always need additional people to step outside of our comfort zone. So a lot of times when we're uncomfortable, we want to take someone with us, someone that brings us comfort to do it. And what I want to say is that's a test in itself right there to do it by yourself. To do it by yourself and just go for it. One of my first international trips, I went to Thailand and I was supposed to go with someone. Things got all wrapped up and that person was no longer able to come. And I either could have canceled my trip, and I had always wanted to go to Thailand. That was a big one for me. I either could have canceled my trip or I could have continued to go on the trip. I chose to continue to go on the trip. I was not going to stop what I knew I wanted to do and stepping out of my comfort zone, all because I didn't have that additional person to help bring that comfort. I still moved forward. And it was amazing because I learned so much about myself. Had I been with someone else, I would have been so kind of involved with them and what was going on that I wouldn't have really had that time to just woosah and like really get in touch with myself. There's beauty in doing things by yourself. So if you want to go on that trip or go to that place or whatever it may be, do it by yourself. Don't write it on your list and then think, okay, well, Adrian may want to do that too. And then you find out Adrian flakes on you or says no in the first place, whatever it may be. And then you're like, I can't do it. Yes, you can. And that's the challenge right there. So now you get to double step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, man. You talk about growing. This is big time growth right here. And it's doable. It is. It's very much so doable. And you deserve to have the experience no matter who you're with. So go for it. Don't let anybody stop you, because your comfort zone and what you need to do for yourself may not be the same that someone else needs to do for themselves. You can only take care of yourself, and you cannot control anyone else. Okay. So I know in some of the examples we've talked about like bigger things, but smaller things can work out here too. So it can be as simple as, I used to say, I would teach and I would say on the weekends, I would say, all right, y'all, do something different this weekend. Do something you've never done. I don't care what that means. That can mean you go a different route than you usually drive. Do it. You see something different. Do it. I'm telling you, you'll be amazed. That could be going a different route. That could be going to the zoo that you've never been to. That could be going to the grocery store that you've never been to because you just haven't made it there. Just do something different. Get out of your comfort zone because you always go to the same place at the same time. Drive the other way. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. So it can be little things as well. And just make it easy for yourself if needed. Start off with those baby steps. And then go into the deeper ways that you may want to get out of your comfort zone. But The point is just to live life. And that's very important to do. So live life, step out of your comfort zone. I would love to hear the ways that you plan on stepping out of your comfort zone. Who knows? There may be some people that are aligned that may be able to hold each other accountable, right? That may be able to join each other and say, I want to do that too. And then you have someone new to do something with. You never know. So join the group on the Facebook, join the Facebook group and Unlearning Life as We Know It. And let's talk about it there as well, because we can definitely grow from each other. All right. So let's do this, y'all. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with me. Have an amazing week. Peace. I am Dr. Zen Johnson, and you've been listening to Unlearning Life as We Know It podcast. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Dr. Zen Johnson. If you haven't yet, subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. Join me next week for another awakening conversation. Thank you for listening.